Hello. Thanks for agreeing to set up this interview. As you know, we only have a short amount of time, so let's go ahead and get started right away. Now, I know that you've been involved in some work on community issues. Can you tell me what attracted you to the community issue that you chose at the beginning of the semester?
Yes, the community issue I chose was domestic violence. I had it for my intro and informative speech. I chose domestic violence because it has affected me personally, and I thought that everyone can pretty much relate because there's so many categories that fall underneath domestic violence. So I really thought it was a good community issue to choose from. And being a women's and gender studies major, that really helps. So you know a lot about domestic violence already, and it's something I'm passionate for and what I'm probably going to do when I get older. And so I really like talking about it. And a lot of people don't like talking about it, but it's a serious matter that needs to be talked about than rather pushed under the rug that most people do. And so that's why I chose it.
Okay, thank you. Now, your materials also said that you were involved in a community issue team project that focused on a call to action. Can you share with me what call to action your team put forward and why you chose that call to action?
Yes. For our team speech, we did teen suicide. And so our main points about like teen suicide was how social media affects teenagers and the suicide rates. And so, um, really, our call to action was telling children that once they get social media, which is probably an average of like 11 or 12 now, until the ages of 50 to use social media for good. And really talked about how some effects, like called the weather effects, have like affected teenage suicide and how we can abolish them and really put down the percentage for suicide. So
I see. Now, if I were to ask the other members of your team what they think your biggest strength is, what do you think they would say, and why do you think they would say it?
my biggest strength, I think, would be my passion talking about the speeches I was giving. I mean, being, like I said, being a women's and gender studies and HDFS major, um, I find what I talk about very real and very passionate towards since I will be doing this as a job. It's all serious. And I take so much pride about learning in this and helping people and really helping others too. And so, yeah, I would say giving these speeches um, very have so much like passion talking about it and teaching um, kids our age even that this is happening around us and that they need to be informed about these matters too.
Okay, great. What for you was the most challenging thing about working with your team?
The most challenging I can think of would be splitting up the time between us talking. Um, Sometimes one of us would talk faster, and then we would talk slower, and we would have to like uh, move like paragraphs around to figure out all the time was the same. And so finding the even mark for each of us having the same amount of minutes spoken for our team speech, I think was our biggest fault, I think, and how we could overcome that was we would just divide up paragraphs more, add or lessen other people's um, time to talk, and so I really thought that was a big challenge for us.
Thank you. Okay, last question. In 30 seconds or so, tell me what your biggest takeaway was from Com 110 this semester. What will stick with you and be useful to you?
Biggest thing that I'll definitely keep with me would be my confidence. Definitely at the beginning, you're going to be shaky and be very weary and nervous. But by the second to third speech, your confidence risen so much, and how this is going to make other speeches and classes so much easier, and how really confidence is key.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me. We'll probably be in touch with you in the next few weeks or so. Take care.